Hey, welcome back to How to Barbecue Right. I'm Malcolm Reed. Today I'm going to show you how I do suckling pigs. I've got two wonderful suckling pigs. These are just small hogs. You want them in that 20, 30 pound range, no bigger. It's going to be about 6, 7, 8 weeks old, real young, real tender, and you know that it's going to taste awesome when we get some smoke on it. Let's get to cooking. Now for these suckling pigs, they can be a little bit tricky to source. You're gonna get to call your butcher and get them to order them for you. I got a buddy, Brad, up at the Butcher's Block in South Haven. Shout out to you, Brad. He ordered these up for me last week. They do come froze. You just wanna specify you want them in that 20 to 30 pound range, and when you pick them up, plan on giving them 3 or 4 days to thaw out in the refrigerator. Now, once they thaw out, the air in the fridge is gonna kind of dry that skin out, and you want that to happen because that's what's gonna help this skin get nice and crisp. You just take a rag when you get them, wipe them down real good, and then let the air dry them out. Let them slowly thaw out in the refrigerator, then you're gonna be ready to go and you're ready to cook them. Now to trim these hogs, I wanna clean them up on the inside. We are gonna be cooking them what's called racing style or laying on their belly. And you don't have to do a lot of trimming, but we wanna clean up the silver skin. The chest cavity needs to be opened up a little, so just use your knife and go right through that breastbone and then press down on the ribs so you can make it spread out a little bit. That's gonna help these little piglets lay better on the rack. We also wanna clean up any areas around the neck and just remove anything that doesn't look appetizing, the silver skin, any excess fat, any places where there might be a little bit of blood. Just get it out of there. Hey, these two pigs had the kidneys still attached, so go ahead and remove those and get that silver skin off that bacon. We want to expose that meat under there so we can get some seasoning on it. It's going to make it really good. That's all there is to it for the trimming process. Now we're ready to get to seasoning. So we're going to be cooking these suckling pigs on my old Hickory Ace today. I'm starting with a chimney full of hot Royal Oak charcoal briquettes. Give them about 20 minutes. Just use a couple wax cubes to get that fire going. And then I'm putting those hot coals on top of a bed of unlit Royal Oak briquettes. We're gonna scatter some hickory wood and some cherry in there for smoke. And then we're gonna bring those temps up to between 225 and 250, right in that range. It's gonna be perfect for getting that skin nice and golden and not turning it dark. So what we're gonna do to season these pigs is get them turned over and kind of get them spread out. We can see what we're working with. And you can see how they just kind of lay open now that we opened up that chest area when we trimmed them. First thing we're gonna do is get a light coat, salt, pepper, garlic. That's my AP seasoning. And anywhere I can see meat, I'm putting seasoning. Putting it in the ribs, on the sides, ham area. You're not really gonna put too much. We're gonna come back with our barbecue rub, and always, if you got your favorite seasonings you wanna use on these pigs, that's fine. But use your own recipes, make this your own. I use what works for me. We're just getting a good coat of barbecue rub on everything. What we're gonna do next is our injection. I've mixed up some Victory Lane pork injection right out of the package with some apple juice. And we're just gonna shoot this pig up. Going in the hams, you can see it blowing up. Just wanna get some flavor down in the meat. We're not gonna flavor under the skin on this style pig, so this injection really gives us a lot of flavor. You shoot the tenderloins up, you can go right through the ribs and get in the loin. Just use your needle and find it. Don't go too deep because you don't want to go through the back skin. Then I'm shooting the shoulder up. This whole bottle was 64 ounces. I'm going to put about 32 ounces in each pig. It's going to be plenty of injection, plenty of flavor. There might be a little bit of pooling with the injection. That's okay. It's where it's working its way back out. But what that's going to do is going to kind of let you work this rub in to the meat a little. It's going to make it stick. That's why you really don't have to worry about a binder when you're doing pigs like this, because the rub's gonna kind of get tacky and it's gonna bark up anyway. So after we've got the fire going, the old hickory's coming up to temperature, I'm just gonna take a dry rag and we're just gonna wipe the skin, because you want the skin to be as clean as you can get it. That's what's gonna really make it turn golden. It's gonna make it crisp up. We're not putting anything on it. I don't wanna lubricate it. I don't wanna put any oil on it, have any moisture on the skin, because I do want it to get crispy. So just take a clean rag and wipe up any excess rub, any injection. So now I'm just flipping these pigs over on a tray, and this is how I'm gonna transport them over to the grill. We're gonna set them up like I want them to cook. Now I'm just taking my rag and I'm really cleaning up this side, because this is where my appearance is. This is where I want them to really look good. Any of that injection that may have got on it, that rub, just cleaning it off. I'm also gonna protect the ears a little. Just got a little full here, we're gonna wrap around them. This is gonna keep the ears from getting too dark. If anything is gonna try to get dark on you, it's usually gonna be your ears or the snout, and it helps them stick up. I want them to stick up for appearance too. just a little bit on the snout to protect it. So I got both our suckling pigs loaded on our rack on our MM here. I'm just gonna push it back in and get the door closed. I've got the pigs loaded on the old Hickory. They're tucked in. They're ready for a smoke nap now. There's not really a whole lot we have to do. We're not wrapping these pigs up. I'm not trying to really get a lot of pressure on them. I'm wanting them to get crispy on the outside, let that meat just get tender underneath the skin. All that fat's rendering down on it. It's gonna make it juicy. You know these young pigs are gonna taste awesome. Y'all stick around, I'll show you how they cook. We've been cooking about 2.5 hours, and I wanna peek inside the old Hickory here and see how these suckling pigs are coming. You can see I got me a couple of thermal works. I got a chef alarm and a dot here. I'm gonna watch the internal temperatures. I'm still setting at 225 on the dial. Let's open them up. See how these pigs are looking. Oh yeah. Starting to see we're getting some good color. That skin's hard. It's crisped up and nice. This is the point where you can start protecting it a little bit with a little bit of cooking spray or oil, whatever you wanted to put on it, but it's gonna stop it from getting too dark. This is what's gonna protect the skin a little now. We've already got our color. It's got tight like I wanted it to get. And I'm telling you, these little pigs are beautiful. The skin's a golden color. Now we just gotta get them done, and we're just gonna cook them. You know, we wanna see 190 in the shoulders, 180 in the hams. Wanna be able to pull this meat. Now I've got my probe for my dot, and I just wanna go in one of the shoulders. You wanna make sure you don't hit bone. You're gonna go in till you get in the meat to where you can feel. Say we're about 125 degrees, that's perfect. We've got another probe, we're gonna go in this other one here. We're just gonna get it closed back quick as possible. We don't lose our heat. This MM bounces back real fast, but just remember, if you're opening your cooker, you're not cooking, you're letting all that heat out, and it's gonna add a little more time to it. Now we're cooking to temperature. We're just gonna keep watching it, spray a little cooking spray as needed. Hey, if they start getting a little dark, we can always put a little tin over them to shield some of that direct heat off of them. They're looking beautiful, skin's gorgeous. I know it's gonna be good. Y'all stick around, we'll show you how they cook. We've been rolling about 5 hours so far. I wanna go ahead and take another peek on them, see if we're gonna need a little more cooking spray. Oh man. Hey, these little pigs are beautiful. I mean, that skin is a perfect golden color. I'm gonna go ahead and give them a little bit more spray. You don't wanna get too dark. This just keeps them greased up a little. They still have that crispness to them. You can feel the skin is just real tight. And check it out, the dot's reading about 172 in those shoulders. We got a little ways to go, but hey, we're cooking right along. All right, you can hear our alarms. We've hit temperature. This one actually says 191 degrees on the dot. It's perfect. These little pigs ought to be ready. If I can make them be quiet there for a second. Let's open them up. See what they look like. And I can tell you right now, these things are gorgeous. And here we go after 7 hours. Check that out. These little piglets are beautiful. I'm talking about perfectly gold mahogany color. Skin's nice and crisp on them. We can take our full off now. Check, the ears were protected. Snout was protected. That smoker did all the work. I'm telling you, that old Hickory is a bad dude. We're gonna pull our probes out. What I'm gonna do now is glove up. We're gonna move these over to the table. Then we're gonna just let them hang out. And I'll show y'all in just a second. As you know, I'm gonna have to break into one. I gotta try some of this suckling pig. Smoked them for 7 hours. Those shoulders hit 190. I know those hams are right about 180. That's where you want them. Meat's gonna be succulent, it's gonna be juicy. Can't wait to try some of it. All right, so we've let our suckling pigs just hang out here for about a half hour on the cutting board. You know, we put one on a tray, kind of garnished it with a little kale. And you can do this, you know, it's just for presentation. It looks really good, that green makes it pop. But really, it's all about that color that skin's got. It's beautiful. And I'll tell you what, listen to this. I don't know if you can hear it on the mic or not, but that skin is as crispy as it can be. And it's because we got it really good and dry, and then we held that temperature steady on the old Hickory. You know, we were right at 225, and it stayed there for the whole 7 hours. We were looking for 190 degrees in those shoulders. Wanted to be about 180 in the hams. That's how we know all the fat's rendered. And real quick, just to recap, sourced these suckling pigs from my local butcher. Went and saw Brad at the butcher's block. He ordered them for me. They came in froze. A few days thawing out slow in the refrigerator. For the trim, we just opened them up and we cleaned up the inside, got out anything that was in there that we didn't want to eat, Seasoned them with the AP Rub, the BBQ Rub. Use your favorite seasonings there. Injected them with that Victory Lane and apple juice. Put a ton of flavor inside these pigs. Put them on the smoke, 225, about 7 hours. Hickory wood, cherry wood, and then when we saw 190 degrees in those shoulders, we knew they were done. Brought them out for a quick rest, and hey, they're ready to serve. Now we're ready to get at it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna split this skin, and you just need a sharp knife. You wanna go right down it. We're just trying to open it up. And I'll turn it in just a second to where you can see. Now check this out. I'm gonna spin this board here, and we're gonna open this up. And look at all this good meat that's in there. There's juices run. That is a thing of beauty. A little bit of this, oh man. Y'all know what this is? This is what turns into that good bacon. I gotta try this. That's the best part on a pig. What I'm gonna do is pull off some of this loin here. And I'll just take out some of the meat, some of the muscle, so you can see how it comes apart. Now I just wanna try some of this so y'all can see. This meat just comes apart. It's tender, it's juicy. That looks like a good bite there. That's some of that loin. That's so tender. So, it's got a ton of flavor. You really taste the pork this way, but those injections we put in it give it a lot of flavor on the inside where you normally wouldn't think it would have any. A little bit of that shoulder. All this needs is a little vinegar sauce, maybe a little hot sauce. So good. A little bit of that ham. A pig this size is gonna feed, 20 people. That's what you can estimate. And it's a lot of meat once you get it picked. I mean, you can have a pig picking with one of these suckling pigs, just bring it on a platter, set it out, open it up and let your guests pick it, or you could bring it to the table already shredded for them and mixed. But I like to just let people pick at it. I'm gonna get these gloves off because I know what I want. That's some of this vinegar sauce, drizzled over it lightly, and it don't need much. But check this out. A little bit of vinegar sauce over it. That's what I'm talking about right there. Wow. Words don't describe how good that is. Suckling pig is where it's at. Hey, if you're really looking for something special to barbecue, you gotta give one of these suckling pigs a try. The meat's phenomenal, the presentation's awesome, and they feed a lot of people. Thanks for checking us out today at HowToBBQRight. If you like what we're doing, subscribe to our channel. You can connect with us on Facebook and Twitter. We always try to answer those questions and comments. We'll see you guys next time. Keep smoking.